focus on correcting the system. And what do we mean by that? Well, we have many different types of systems in the body. You have the endocrine system, you have the nervous system, cardiovascular, digestive system. And if you have a particular issue, maybe if you correct how the entire system works, it will not only help to correct that issue, but many others at the same time that you didn't even think you could help yourself with, right? And so look to correcting the system. And a great example of that is evidenced by a recent trial they did, a systematic review. It was 37 trials actually, on 3,500 people with all different types of allergies, ranging from things like atopic dermatitis, also known as eczema, to allergic asthma, to allergic rhinitis, also known as hay fever, also known as seasonal allergies, right? And so they found something extremely interesting here. People that had a higher incidence of allergies in general had lower amounts of what are called short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs. So what are SCFAs? Well, short-chain fatty acids like acetate and butyrate, propionate, these are some of the better known ones, caproic acid, are things that are produced by your gut bacteria after the bacteria eat soluble fiber. So they eat this fiber, they produce short-chain fatty acids. So what do these short-chain fatty acids do? Well, they control and regulate your mood, appetite, metabolism, immune function, fat storage, muscle growth, really like everything in your body. Your gut is your second brain. They call it that for a reason. And SCFAs exist in extremely low amounts in food. The primary way that we get them in our bodies is our bacteria produce them. So we need the bacteria and we need to feed them, right? And so if you have, these things like rashes or headaches, or your mood is a little bit off, we always look to nutrition and lifestyle first, right? Natural supplements second, medication third, surgery absolute last, right? And if you look at this fact where they had lower SCFAs and higher incidence of allergies, well, if they're not exactly sure what causes some autoimmune diseases or some allergic responses in people, let's look to the gut. I had a patient today, and they get all the sorts of rashes. They started when they were younger, and they don't know exactly why. And I said, well, all your tests were negative that they did in the hospital. All the tests were negative. They tested all sorts of things, but not their gut health. I have a gut feeling that if you correct your gut health, it's going to make a world of difference for so many issues. It goes for everybody, myself, right? So I've actually had some allergies recently, and you know what's interesting? I ran out of my probiotics, and I didn't have them for a couple weeks. I wasn't taking my other things that are good for allergies: zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, Nigella sativa, also known as black cumin or black seed. That's another thing, right? Local honey, spirulina. These are all things that are great for allergies. But instead of just taking those particular things, focusing on the gut health is absolutely enormous. And this is another way that, we find some problem that you can't quite put your finger on exactly what the cause is. That's where you should look, and you should look to correcting systems in general, that's affecting your digestive system and a lot of other systems in your body, right? By affecting your gut bacteria, as they control, like we said, many things. But affect your cardiovascular system in a positive way. Exercise, eat a lot of healthy fats, lower those added sugars, refined carbs and flours and processed foods, right? Anything fried, any of that kind of crap. And it'll make a world of difference. I would say I guarantee it, but I don't know exactly what's going on with you. And I want to guarantee it, I think it'll make an enormous difference. Look to correcting the system. That's our message of the day. You want to produce plenty of SCFAs, right? And we get that by, again, soluble fiber. What is soluble fiber? Well, you could take things like psyllium husk or chia seeds, have a lot of soluble fiber in them, nuts and seeds. We think of leafy greens. We think of berries, right? We think of pretty much all fruits and vegetables that aren't just like starchy vegetables, right? Or just really sugary fruits that don't really have a lot of fiber, or just having like the fruit juice. That wouldn't be great, right? Because you're not getting any of the fiber. These things need to eat fiber. So men, you should be getting 35 grams of fiber in a day. That's the recommended amount. Women, no less than 25, okay? And I try to at least hit 30 to 35 really, myself, every single day. I count two things: how much protein and how much fiber I had in the day. Calories, not one of them. Grams of fat, not one of them. And I feel great. And, you know, my body composition reflects what I eat and what I do. So practice what you preach, right? Who do we got on here? Say what's up to the homies, and we're going to go actually eat a lot of fiber, you guys. What do we have for fiber tonight? We have quinoa, lentils, brown rice. What else is in that? I think some bulgur and durum. You know, it's good. We'll have some frozen spinach, frozen blueberries in a shake. That's going to be great. And I'm having some meat alongside it. Not processed meat, grass-fed beef, right? Some lean, the good, you know, some 93.7. And then I got some pork on the menu too. That's, you know, never any antibiotics or hormones. So that's good stuff too. Teague Muscle, Erica, Joshua Winter, T. What's up? Stephen Apple Blue, Quinn's Fit. Sibby. Oh, good to see you on here again. Ashley, what's up, girl? How you doing? Headway Movement, Joshy Joe, what's up, brother? Matwis, FRD, Nello, what's up, G-Unit? How you doing? And B Lip, appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on and supporting When Wellness, supporting yourself and improving your health. As for now. So we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have an awesome night. Thanks a lot. Go get some soluble fiber, feed those gut bacteria, and produce more SCFAs. And have a great night. Happy When Wellness. See ya.